Welcome knights, ladies, and lords. I'm Pixelated Apollo and I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you a series of tutorial videos about Crusader Kings 3. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how battles work. When at war and your army meets an enemy's army in the same region, they will clash into a battle. Once in battle, it will be fought in 3 phases: the maneuver, main phase, and aftermath. The maneuver phase occurs at the start of the battle and indicates the time it takes before the main phase begins. The main phase is when the fighting happens. Soldiers, knights clash on the battlefield, and it will end when one side has become casualties or have decided to retreat off the battlefield. After that, we enter into the aftermath phase. Once one side has won, the victor will run down as many retreating soldiers as possible. When your army is in a battle, you will be able to see all of the advantages your army has, and it will also show all of the advantages that the enemy has. For example, your commander's martial skill and trades can give you a huge advantage over your opponent. Martial ability indicates how good a character is at waging war and leading armies in battle. Terrain can also give you a big advantage over your enemy. In Crusader Kings 3, you can hover over regions and see what terrain type they are, and use that against your enemy. For example, in the region of Tralee, the terrain is wetlands. With that in mind, I could use this terrain as a defensive advantage against an attacking army. Knights are another important element to your medieval army. Knights are nobles that join your army to fight alongside your soldiers. During battles, the knights use the prowess skill, which is an indicator of how much damage they will inflict on your enemies and also their chances of surviving the battle. The higher the prowess skill, the better. You can also improve your knights through your ruler's knight effectiveness. Battles can be very unpredictable, and to simulate that in Crusader Kings 3, there are dice rolls. Every 3 days of battle, dice are rolled, ranging from 0 to 10, though traits can modify that range. Each point of advantage a side has more than the other increases their damage output by 2%. But wars are not only fought in pitched battles, but in sieges as well, especially in the medieval era. Sieges happen when an army surrounds a fortified holding. Depending on the fort level, garrison, and the size of the attacking army, sieges can last for some time. As you starve out your enemies, you will see the Siege Progress HUD, which indicates how long a siege is going to take. Now keep in mind that if your army is much larger relative to the garrison force and/or has siege equipment, the siege process will be much faster, which is ideal if you have a lot of holdings to capture. Whether your army is on the attack or on the defense, you always want to pay attention to rivers. Rivers can give a defensive army a huge advantage over the attacking army. In fact, if you find your army greatly outnumbered, your best bet might be to hold a river. It can turn a likely defeat into an amazing victory. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and be sure to look out for the next video about religion. Also, if you haven't, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more awesome Crusader Kings 3 videos. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.